Hey, hey, hey. It's your sis that never missed, Naraya Shiloh, coming back at you with another episode of Scrolling and Trolling. Let's jump right into it.
Africans in this country are the only groups. They have no culture. It depends on who you meet, where you meet them.
But currently, there's not an African American culture.
No.
Yes, there is.
What is it? Name two value systems in the African American culture.
Value system?
Yes. Name two taboos in the African American culture system. Name two traditions, by the way, in the African American culture system. There is no value for freedom if you don't understand what it is. The concept of free. You have to have a foundation on which it would balance when you ask for it.
Okay. So let's start here. So basically, this man, Frank Zanu, he is saying that Black Americans have no culture. And he's asking the young lady, what is the culture? First of all, she's not even American. I believe she's Haitian, right? And he's pressuring her to tell her what Black culture is. How would she know? She's not a Black American, right? Why does he not pose this question to someone like me, who is a Black American and who can tell him exactly what it is? So let's go into this really quick. Let's see what culture is, right? So culture is shared beliefs, behaviors, values, and practices of a particular group of people. Okay, it includes language, art, customs, and worldview. How can you say that we have no culture? Just based off of the definition of culture, we have that. We have, from the arts, we have created all musical genres, all of them that have been stolen from us. And most recently, they tried to steal hip hop, and we did not allow it. But they stole rock music, jazz music, country and Western music. We have the blues, we have gospel. So we do have that part of it. Okay, we have our soul food that even if a white person makes the same exact dish as your big mama, it's not soul food, right? That is ours. That is something that we took from slavery and made it into this exquisite delicacy that is often imitated by everyone else again. When you talk about value systems, I don't know what he means by value systems, but Black Americans, we are in tune with God. The Christian church, whether we agree with them or not, have always been a staple in our communities. So what is he talking about? We are imitated across the planet because of the way that we dress. People want to imitate the way that we dance, the new break dance, and they've actually put that in the Olympics. I saw no African dance in the Olympics, but I did see breakdancing in the Olympics. And then when you want to talk about language, we have our own language. They wanted to name it Ebonics, right? Then they want to name it the African American vernacular. We have a language that we speak amongst ourselves that they do not even understand. So that is what a culture is. You can take a person from New York City, a family, and another family from Mississippi. And I guarantee you, we have the same life experiences of what we do culturally within our family structure. Just because you're not privy to it does not mean that we don't have one.
Civil right. They give it to you. You have no culture. Nancy, you've been here, born here. Why would you be surprised if I say African Americans don't have a culture? What, twerking? So anything
but I feel like African American culture has definitely
you say
mainstream.
No, you say the word, the African American culture. What is it? Okay,
fine. Like hip hop.
Oh,
not hip hop. I mean, I don't want to. Yes, I feel like
you haven't thought about it. It's fine. Don't make things up.
Well, she hasn't thought about it because it was no need for her because she's Haitian, right? So how can you pose that question to a Haitian woman? And I like the fact that she is trying to defend it because she knows we have it, but because she's not a part of it, she really can't explain it.
I'm not making it up. I
Okay,
feel like
then educate me. You feel, you should know. You were born and raised here.
yes, but I have a
Are you
Haitian.
African American?
I'm Haitian American.
That's correct. Do you see why you were being specific with that? Because anybody who encounters you already knows you before, if they know you are Haitian.
I don't know anything about a Haitian culture. I do, you know why? Because I'm not Haitian. I don't know anything about anybody else's culture except maybe what I've seen on TV or what have you. But to know what their culture is specifically, I couldn't tell you that. I really couldn't. So why is he putting her to the fire to defend a culture that she is not a part of?
These two things comes to their mind.
What is that?
If they've been to Haiti, they can look at work ethics and they say, yes, Haitians, I know them. Service industry, they know where they do well. Food, they can say yes. And even language, Creole.
Again, we have our food, soul food. We have our language, which, by the way, they created a whole dictionary. Remember the urban dictionary so that they can try to keep up with what we were saying because they do not know what we say when we're talking amongst each other. And because our language is so fluid, it changes almost every other day, every other generation. New words are added and things mean different things. They can't put their finger on it. So just because we're not speaking a so-called foreign language, it is foreign to the people who don't know it.
Right.
And they can say, oh, I love Haitians. Because they saw the culture in abstract before before they encountered you. So people go over the bridge of your culture, your tradition, your customs, and that helps them to know how to
address me.
Exactly. I'm saying to you, any people who ask for these things, which are abstract, freedom, for example, independence, for example, and civil rights, for example, voting rights, for example, you must have a foundation on which these things are going to balance.
And they do balance. They do balance. And I can't express it enough. How do you come here and then try to nitpick or dissect a culture of people? If we want to talk about what we think about Africans, I don't know your culture, but if you say Africans, I have a preconceived notion because of what I've seen on television, just like you have, that you all are living in huts, swinging from trees, walking on dirt roads, eating dirt cookies. Like, so you cannot say that, sit there proudly and say that we know nothing about freedom and civil rights and we have no foundation to have these things. Is that what he's saying? That because we don't have a culture, we should not have the freedoms that we have because we don't have a cultural foundation? Please tell me if I'm misinterpreting that, because I really believe that that's what he's saying. And who are you to say that? Who are you, Mr. Zanu, to determine anything about us? You have not lived amongst us. And even if you lived amongst us, you still would not be part of our culture. How dare you? You come from a place where they circumcise women, brutally circumcise women. You come from a place where people abuse children when they have diseases, thinking that they can cure themselves. These are things that we know. So is that part of your culture?
Yes, there is.
What is it? Name two value systems in the African American culture.
Value system?
Yes. Name two taboos in the African American culture system. Name two traditions, by the way, in the African American culture system. There is no value for freedom if you don't understand what it is. The concept of free. You have to have a foundation on which it would balance when you ask for it. Civil rights, they give it to you. You have no culture. Nancy, you've been here, born here. Why would you be surprised if I say African Americans don't have a culture? What, twerking? So anything
but I feel like African American culture has definitely
you say
mainstream.
No, you say the word, the African American culture. What is it? Okay, fine.
Like hip hop,
Oh,
not
Jesus
hip hop.
Christ.
I mean, I don't want to.
Look,
Yes, I feel like
you haven't thought about it. It's fine. Don't make things up.
I'm not making it up.
Okay,
I feel like
then educate me. You feel, you should know. You were born and raised here.
Yes, but I have a.
Are you African American?
I'm Haitian American.
That's correct. Do you see why you were being specific with that? Because anybody who encounters you already knows you before. If they know you are Haitian, at least two things comes to their mind.
What is that?
If they've been to Haiti, they can look at work ethics and they say, yes, Haitians, I know them.
What if
Service
they never been
industry,
to
they know
Haiti?
where they do well. Food, they can say yes. And even language, Creole.
Right.
And they can say, oh, I love Haitians. Because they saw the culture in abstract before before they encountered you. So people go over the bridge of your culture, your tradition, your customs, and that helps them to know how to
address me.
Exactly. I'm saying to you, any people who ask for these things, which are abstract, freedom, for example, independence, for example, and civil rights, for example, voting rights, for example, you must have a foundation on which these things are going to balance. Because the people there have to uniformly agree with consensus. This is our way of life. The do's and the don'ts involved in our culture. Even if you have to create an artificial culture.
Is that why the civil rights movement is considered dead?
It's dead and useless. They got it, but they could not balance it on any foundation.
The civil rights is dead because we couldn't keep it? Absolutely not. You know what happened, Mr. Zanu, is that again, because we are the most powerful group of people on this planet, and I cannot express that enough. Black Americans. They have taken our civil rights and moved the goalpost to include other people, such as yourself, such as other subsets of people too, like the LGBTQ and so forth, right? So they moved the goalposts. But let's be clear, they gave it to us because we fought for it. They allowed us to vote because we fought for it and they realized that they needed us. If they did not need us, we probably wouldn't have had it, but they needed us. We fought for it. We were causing a disturbance. And so that is why we got it. So you act like it just vanished. Those civil rights allow you to sit on platforms in our country and try to belittle us. He tried to put that woman against her back against the wall to try to justify things about Black Americans when she clearly said, I'm Haitian. She didn't even know what he was going to say about her Haitian culture because he's making it up as he goes along. I want to have a conversation with Mr. Frank Zanu. If anybody, tag him, if you on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, YouTube, tag him and let him know that your sis Nariah Shiloh want to have a conversation with him, because it will not go that way. It will not. It just amazes me. Y'all were floating over here on house doors and all kind of stuff, and we fought for you. That's part of our culture. We're fighters. We are fighters. We are warriors. And you are fleers. That is your culture. That is your experience. That is what you do. So now that they can't say, I think they're getting it in their heads now when we say that this is our country. So now they're trying to go somewhere else. We have no culture. Focus on what is going on in your country. Focus on those people who are still being kidnapped and enslaved to this day. Focus on that. And you're talking about freedoms. They're not doing that to us. You allowed colonizers to come into your country and turn you against each other, where you're committing genocide amongst each other. But yet and still you want to talk about Black Americans not having culture and Black on Black crime? Absolutely not. You allowed people who don't look like you to come and take over your country and your resources and convince you to kill your fellow Africans. So, Mr. Zanu, please don't do that. Please, let's stop it. There are papers that are in FBI memos and files that talk about Black Americans and how dangerous we can be because we are so powerful. J. Edgar Hoover talked about it. Nobody ever talked about you guys being a threat. This is why you can walk around all freely, because you're not a threat. They're not worried about you. Show me a group of people that you have in Africa or had that was similar to the Black Panther Party here in America. Show me that. You can't, because that's not what you do. You're cowards. That's part of our culture. We're not cowards. So again, fam, if we could spam Frank Zanu to get him on here so we can have a conversation, I will go live on that one. So that way you can contribute to the conversation and we could go ahead and get it popping. I love you, fam. I'll see you later.